Have you ever seen an exorcism movie? In these movies, the individuals are said to be possessed by demons, acting seemingly detached from his or herself and their reality. These kinds of situations can be examples of dissociation. Dissociative disorders are characterized by a disruption of discontinuity in the normal integration of consciousness, memory, identity, emotion, perception, body representation, motor control, and behavior according to DSM5. These disorders are frequently found in the aftermath of trauma, and symptoms start developing to adapt severe or prolonged trauma. The disorders are depersonalization or derealization disorder, dissociative amnesia, and dissociative identity disorder, from the least severe to the most.
Depersonalization or derealization disorder is characterized by experience of unreality or detachment from one's mind, self, or body. The individual may feel detached from his or her entire being and surroundings. Symptoms cause clinically significant or impairment in functional. The individual may feel as if he or she were in a fog, dream, or bubble, or as if there were a veil or a glass wall between the individual and the world around. Subjective visual distortion and auditory distortion can also occur. Transient depersonalization symptoms lasting hours to days are common in the general population. The gender ratio for the disorder is 1:1.
Dissociative amnesia is the inability to recall important autobiographical information that ordinarily would be readily remembered. It differs from the permanent amnesias due to neurobiological damage or toxicity. Under dissociative amnesia, there is localized, generalized, systematized, and continuous amnesia. Localized amnesia is the failure to recall events during a circumscribed period of time. It is the most common form of dissociative amnesia. Generalized amnesia is the complete loss of memory for one's life history and is very rare. Individuals with dissociative amnesia are frequently unaware or only partially aware of their memory problems.
Dissociative identity disorder is a disruption of identity characterized by two or more distinct personality states, which may be described in some cultures as an experience of possession. Discontinuity in sense of self and sense of agency, accompanied by related alterations in affect, behavior, consciousness, memory, perception, cognition, and/or sensory-motor functioning. These signs and symptoms may be observed where others are reported by the individual. Recurrent gaps in the recall of everyday events, important personal information, and/or traumatic events that are inconsistent with ordinary forgetting. Possession is a form of identity and dissociative identity disorder that typically manifests a behavior that appears as if a spirit, supernatural being, or an outside person has taken control. The treatment is psychotherapy.
Different psychotherapies are used to treat dissociative episodes to decrease symptom frequency and improve coping strategies for the experience of dissociation. Cognitive behavioral therapy, dialectical behavioral therapy, eye movement desensitization, and reprocessing.
Other specified dissociative disorder. This category applies to presentation in which symptoms characteristic of a dissociative disorder that cause clinically significant distress or impairment in social, occupational, or other important areas of functioning predominate but do not meet the full criteria of any of the disorders in the dissociative disorder diagnostic class. Example of presentation that can be specified using the other specified designation include the following: the chronic and recurrent syndromes of mixed dissociative symptoms, the identity disturbance due to prolonged and intense coercive persuasion, and the acute dissociative reaction to stressful events.
Unspecified dissociative disorder applies to presentations in which symptoms are characteristics of a dissociative disorder.
The end. Thank you for listening.